Good morning, brave awakened ones. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, Empathic Medical Intuitive, Reiki Master, Certified Integrative Holistic Health Nurse. I wanted to share a statement with you that I channeled from Yeshua, Jesus. He comes to me as Jesus the Nazarene, who I said I've had a very close connection with and always have since I was a child. And that connection was revealed to me as being part of the Essene priesthood, that we were there together. And also I was, part of my soul aspect is James. He was one of the apostles, and also what was revealed to me as he was one of Jesus's brothers, half-brother actually. So I had shared the statement before, but I want to elaborate on it more because it is so important to hear right now because of all the tower moments that are just blasting off in people's lives, especially light workers. Like I've said in my previous readings, this period that started in fall and goes till the end of this year, and it's very specific. Like I said, for me, it's like something will end on the 30th or the 31st, and a new chapter will begin on the 1st. And for me, it's always been very precise, okay? I know time is fluid. I know timelines change depending on what's going on, different, excuse me. So sorry. Depending on different factors. It's true. This is very true. But what's also true right now, we have hit this certain timeline, especially for light workers, light warriors, where things are very precise. You will see, and I'm sure you've seen, things are hitting exactly at special times. The statement that was given to me, which is very important, which I needed to hear so bad because I was in the throes of just tower after tower moment after tower moment, shit just hitting the fan like crazy, which so many of you are going through right now, where your life is being turned upside down, thanks to also Venus in retrograde, relationships that cannot withstand 5D. It's just falling away, blowing up, cannot stay the same. Things cannot stay the same, period. Okay? Because you are moving through 4D. You're moving through 4D energy, that portal into 5D. Okay? You're right there at the precipice. Okay? And by the end of this year, things are going to be completely different because come January, your life is not going to look like what it does right now. At all. It's going to be completely different if you let it. Stop fighting it. Fighting only causes pain. Resistance is futile, okay? Go with your oversoul, okay? Drop that ego. I know it's a fight or flight response. That is what the ego is here for, to protect you in 3D. You're moving through 4D into 5D. That protection is no longer needed. You will live through synchronicities. Trust me. You live through synchronicities. I need to make a whole nother video, but I'm not making it because not too many people are going to understand what I'm talking about. It's not synchronicities as in seeing numbers. Yes, all those apart, triggers and everything like that. It's not the normal synchronicities you usually have to your life. It is, you say it and it happens. And it's blowing my mind right now how it's working out in my life. Trust. It's mind-blowing. Once you start working with 5D energies, it's everything they say it is. I'm just like, still, I had something very mind-blowing happen last night with me that I was like, what the? And no, you don't need to take much action. It's speak it. Like Jesus says, you speak it. Now, the focus of this video, if I go off, because I'm still like dealing with everything that's going on, the synchronicities that's going on right now in my life, is, what did he say again? Hold on. I have to write stuff down because, like I said, it's not for me. Okay. But this statement was actually given to me a while ago, and it was reiterated in a video that I did recently when I was in Atlanta. Because of all the tower moments going on right now with everyone, is you are becoming who and what you were always meant to be. Okay? You are becoming who and what you were always meant to be. I know it feels like you're losing yourself, but you actually are finding yourself. You're not losing yourself. You're finding the true, real you, which are the aspects of soul, of source creator that form you, your oversoul, your higher self. As that ego dies down, you're incorporating more and more of your higher self. And this is what and who your soul is, who and what you're always meant to be. That is why, as this 3D construct breaks down for you, the illusion breaks down of what you've been trapped in. Not just trapped in, okay, let's not use that word. It's a bit too harsh. It's what you had to go through and be to get to develop all the skills, get the wisdom, the knowledge that you need to go into this next stage, to go into 5D and to perform what it is that you were meant to perform when you incarnated on this plane at this particular time. So no, you're not too old. You came here at a particular time because this is a big change for Gaia. This is Gaia's ascension. This is the ascension, the awakening of Gaia's resonance, Earth Soul, as light workers. You came here for a very specific reason, and that is that reason. And right now, all these things that are not needed are going away, and your true purpose and reason is coming up. Many light workers, light warriors are very confused right now, unless you're a forerunner. Forerunners, we already know what we're supposed to be doing. We've been doing it. But light workers that are the second wave that is waking up right now, it's a harsh waking up because of Venus in retrograde. You're looking around you and you're like, you know, realizing who and what people are in your life, how they're playing out in your life, how they're affecting your life. It's just like these WTF and OMG moments right now that you're going through. And you're saying, oh my God, what am I doing? It's like you're waking up and like, what am I doing here? It's like you're waking up from this coma after like 30, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. You're waking up from this coma, or even 20 years, and be like, what am I doing here? What the heck? Who are you? You know, that's what it's like. Why am I in this job? Why am I in these scrubs? Why am I wearing this hat? That's basically what's going on right now. And you feel a deeper calling in your heart as because you're incorporating more of your higher self. And it's saying, okay, you're done learning this. Part A is done. That's what it's all about. Part A is done. And don't think you haven't been working all this time and you're just waking up. You're working subconsciously. Okay? And now the conscious works begins. That's what's going on. You are subconsciously working. You are in a treacherous family, a narcissistic family. I'm giving an example, which a lot of us have been in, because narcissism is one of the major grips in 3D. That's why they push it so hard. That's why the agenda pushes narcissism so hard, because it feeds the ego so much, and it's service to self. Narcissism is service to self. And that is what 3D, that's the grip, that's the vice grip of 3D when it comes to souls. It feeds that ego part, which suppresses the true soul, the true calling, because it puts you in a service to self mode. That's why the selfies, the constant selfies, that's why the K family, let's put it that way. You want to know the definition of narcissism? take a look at that. Well, don't take a look at it, because God knows it gives me the hives every time I think about it. The K family, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So that is narcissism. That is what's holding people in this 3D construct. Okay. So all that is breaking down, and your true purpose is revealing itself, because part A is already done. Okay. So, and everything not needed is falling off. Let it fall off. Release it. Release those people. And like I said, like one of Sting's songs, set them free. And if they're meant to come back to you, you release them in love. Okay. It's not in anger or in hate. It's to understand, I'm releasing you because I've done all I can do for you at this point. And that stands for everybody in your life. Okay. I have grown children and I had to do that. And believe me, they will come back to you when they're done with their dark night of the soul. They will see the truth of your love. You just hold that light in your heart. My own son just completed his dark night of the soul, which has lasted for almost 3 years. And believe me, I was extremely close with my son. He's actually one of my guardian angels that incarnated into human form to set me on my correct path, because I was going a bad way, being married to his narcissistic father and just starting to hate men. And he incarnated and he told me, and is that true angelic form, that he came down to soften my heart. And that's exactly what he did the minute I laid eyes on him. While I was pregnant, I was busy fighting him, saying, I don't want you. Why are you here? Because I've mentioned before in an earlier video, I had no idea I was pregnant till I was already in my second trimester. I'm one of those people who doesn't show normal period until I hit like 5-6 months of pregnancy. It happened with both my kids. Okay. That's why I knew I'm not normal. There's nothing normal about me. Like my kids say, Mom, if you're missing, we're going to check Area 51. Everybody says that about me. So it's kind of evident. But like I said, he came down to straighten me out. And then he decided to experience the ascension process for himself also. And when he went through his dark night of the soul, it ripped me apart. I literally did not think I would survive through it, even though my oversoul showed me what was going to happen, showed me it was going to be 3 years. I still, the pain, the separation was so great. There were days I couldn't even move. I was in such tears and just screaming out in pain. Okay. And part of my trip to New York was in reconciling and getting back to him. And just the other day, we spoke on the phone for almost an hour, and he just was like, wow, realized everything that he was going through and saw his father for the narcissist that he was. Narcissism is such a stronghold, let me tell you, and it could fool the best of us. So if you're working through that is, and you have that all around you, your family and friends, you are there to put a halt and a stop to it. The buck stops here with you. It does. As the light worker, you're here to transmute that energy into love. You're here to break that energy, whether you're doing it consciously like I was, or you're doing it subconsciously. Okay? Like I said, my mom was a narcissist, big time. So those are the energies you're transmuting, and there's lots of other energies, but narcissism comes in so many different forms. Okay, so you are just becoming who and what you are always meant to be. And part B of your journey as a light worker, light warrior, will present itself. It is presenting itself. Okay, you know it deep inside. Whether you need a session with myself or somebody like me, a forerunner like me, whose part of job is to help you work through this, search through the rubble of all the towers that's come down right now, then feel free to go to my website, Higher Realm Holistics, and book a session. If you have a quick question, like I said, please, no long soliloquies. It's difficult to read too, and I simply don't have the time, and it's not fair to others. If you have a quick question or two, you could email me at higherrealmholistics@gmail.com. So like I said, you are just becoming who and what you always meant to be. And yes, it's difficult. All those 3D towers and veils coming down and ripping through 4D. And also, it does reveal darker energies, darker spirits and entities that have hooked onto you for the longest, but you're strong. You're stronger than this, and you're going to get through it just fine. If I did, I know you can, because we're all here for the same reason and same purpose. Okay? So hang in there. Be strong. You're almost there. Trust me, by the end of this year, you will see. And the beginning of 2019, it's not going to look anything like 2018. Okay? Just as long as you write it out. Okay? You let it happen. Allow it to happen. Face your truths. Face the truth of the people around you. See them for who and what they're for. Okay? Hang in there. Much love and namaste.